Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica and I'm your host on this channel, Jess Signatures. In today's video, we're going to be making a headband, the headband showing on your screen right now. So I just measured a long strip. You can measure as long as you want, depends on how much ruffles you want. So I measured about 23-24 inches and then I folded the fabric into two. You can use any scrap fabric for this. You fold the fabric into two, and the width of the fabric that I used was 4 inches. You can decide to use as much as 5, 6, 7 inches, depending on how big or how small you want it to be. You can decide to use 2 inches or 3 inches, but I used 4 inches. So guys, after doing that, I just cut out the fabric and then I split the folded parts into two because we don't need it folded at that edge. So the next thing to do is to take the measurement of the headband that you'll be using, because you need an already made headband for this project. So you take the measurement. You can see I just placed it on it. You can decide to use your tape measure to measure it and then input the measurement, but I just decided to do it so that because it's a DIY and I want everybody to be able to do it, everybody to be able to understand it and be able to recreate it on their own without needing a professional assistance. Now, after doing that, I measure 3 inches from the edge of the fabric upwards, and I'm just drawing like a vertical line, or what do I call it now? Like a triangle on both sides. It looks more like a funnel. So we'll call this a funnel shape for the sake of this video. So the same thing you do on this side, you do it on the other side, and you sew it straight down and follow the funnel shape lines while sewing. So after doing that, the next thing to do is to fold the edges together, like the raw edge on the bottom part. You fold it and sew. Now if you're not using a sewing machine, you can use a glue, like a gum. I don't know, we have this UHU gum. You can use B6000, E6000, whatever glue you have available to you. You use the glue to glue it down, because this is a do-it-yourself project. So if you're not into sewing or tailoring, you can also do it yourself. You can use even your hand stitch to do it. Just make sure it's a little bit closely knitted together, not too loose, so that it will have a fine finish when you're done. And if you cannot sew with your hand, you can also use a glue or a gum, like I said earlier. So now what you did for the first side, you also do for the other side. Just fold it and keep sewing. Okay guys, if you've not subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please, 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 please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post any new video, you'll be one of the first people to get notified and you come watch my videos. You don't know, something might be helpful to you, and if you share, you don't know who might need it. So share to your friends. Don't be stingy. Don't keep this knowledge for yourself. Okay, after doing this, I realized that after folding the edges, I reduced the measurement that I did earlier. You can leave it like this, it's fine also, but I needed that long strip so it will have that bandy effect, especially when you put it on your head. It will be able to hold it down for you, but you can leave it like that. So I just increased it by half an inch that I took out before, and then okay, from the edge where you sewed it, just measure 2 inches upwards, and then for the slanted part, measure 3 inches upwards. So that's just the main thing that is going on here, and then you connect it back. That's just it. You can decide to leave it like that also, like I said earlier, or you just do it the same thing you do on the first side, you do on the second side. So after doing that, it's time for us to sew this project. Now, like I said, if you don't have a sewing machine, you can gum or you use your hand needle. But it's advisable to even use your needle and thread to do this project, because it will keep it longer, except if you're using a very durable kind of gum. Then yeah, you're good to go. But like I said, this is for everybody. Everyone can do. You don't have to have any knowledge about sewing or whatever. So just sew along your the band on a straight line on a 0.5 inches stitch, and then you follow your funnel shaped whatever we decide to call it, funnel shape in this video. I don't know what to call it. So just follow the shape and sew. The same thing you do for this side, you also do for the other side, like I've been saying since the beginning of this video, because the procedures are just identical. What you do here, you do here. So it's really, really simple and easy to follow. If you follow this tutorial, you'll be making headbands like a joke. You can make it for your kids, you can make it for yourself, you can make it for your clients. You can even use it as souvenirs. Like it's almost festive time, festive period. You can use it and add it to your garments. If you get this garment, you get this for free. So it's really, really helpful. And this is festive period. Children need things like this, and even adults too, because these days headband is like a fashion piece everywhere now. So you trim off the excesses on that funnel part, on that funnel shaped part. You trim off any excess that you have there. Now, the excesses that you're trimming out, make sure you don't trim up to the place where you sewed, so that you will not run into any problems when you're turning it in. Because if you clip, oh God, I beg your pardon. If you cut so close to where you sewed, by the time you're turning, it might be pulling off. So you just give it a little bit of allowance and then you cut. So it's as simple as that. So here I'm just checking if it's accurate with my headband. If it's not, it's a simple fix. You just go back and resew. That's all. Then the next thing to do is to turn your fabric inside out or outside, yeah, inside out, so that the good side will come to the front, because we're done working with the inside now. And we're almost done with this headband. You see, this is a project that you can do under 10-15 minutes and you're done. And you make a lot of money from making this. One headband you can make for as much as 3,000 naira. And imagine when you have orders of 10, 15, 20, 25. You can imagine the money you'll be getting from it. So this tutorial is really a good one. So after turning it in, you can decide to iron it, or you just leave it like that. But here I just left it like that because I wanted that volume on it without the ironing. Now see, I'm testing it again to see if it actually fits, and it does. So now I'm making a basting stitch. Initially, the purpose of this basting stitch is to be able to use the loose threads at the end to pull it, uh, to gather it up. But I realized I didn't need it because the headband, the already made headband that I was using, is a small headband. It's mainly for kids. So I didn't need the basting stitch actually. I needed to make that stitch there, but I didn't need it as a basting stitch to pull, because the headband was small enough. So when I put in the headband into the fabric, it ruffled itself pretty well and it came out so fine. But if you're using a bigger headband, you would need this basting stitch so that you'll be able to pull it. And then how far or how close it is to the edge of the fabric depends on you. The space on the middle part, you can see I made two basting stitches. The space between those two lines depends on you, depends on the outcome you want for it. So you can practice with some leftover fabrics, wider stitch, closer stitch, and the result, then whatever you decide to do is all up to you. So now after doing all of that, my dear, we are just like one step or two steps away from the finish point. So now we'll have to put the headband into the fabric, because without the headband it will not give you that structure and that shape of a headband that you need. So now You just keep putting it inside. You see what I was talking about earlier about the ruffling. Now, because this headband is a small headband and I have a wider fabric, it ruffled itself so nice. I really love the outcome. Like, I so much love the outcome. So what I would recommend is, if you're using a bigger headband, use a much wider fabric if you have. If you don't, you can use um a moderate size. But if you have a more fabric to work with, use a longer fabric to work with the bigger size, so that it will ruffle itself so nice. Promise you, you would love the result of it. But if you don't have, it's also fine. That's the essence of the basting stitch. You just pull and gather to your desired gathering. So what I'm just doing here is gluing the raw edge together. I'm just gluing the raw edge together. Now you can see that part that I cut out at the end, because I made a mistake earlier. I sewed it down before, but it wasn't giving me the look I wanted, so I just cut out the sewing. So now, after cutting it out, because I've already turned the fabric and all, I didn't want to go back and start over. Now you can see I have a raw edge there. Now, there's a basic way to cover it up. You can just get a small piece of extra fabric and just cover it up, or you can use any decorative piece to cover it up, or while gluing, you fold in the edge, like you tuck it in and then gum it together so the glue will hold it together. Like I said, if you don't have a sewing machine, glue works perfectly well. And sewing also work perfectly well. So after doing that, you gum the second part too, like the ending part. You can see how it ruffled itself so well. Be careful with your glue, especially this hot glue. It tends to run up and down. So, and for some reason which I don't know, the headband refused to sit well, so I will position it in front of the camera for you to see. But I believe you get the idea of what I was doing here. So it's just basically putting the hot glue and pressing the fabric together with the headband, and that's basically it. So guys, if you've not subscribed to my channel after watching this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Turn up your notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post any new videos. And my dear, if you're new to this channel and this is your first time coming, once again, subscribe to my channel. It will not cost you a thing. Just that red subscription button, click on it, plum, and you're subscribed. So the loose threads that I had earlier, either you made use of the basting stitch or not, just knot it, because it's a basting stitch. It's not strong enough. Knot it and then cut out the excess threads. So far, guys, I want to say a very big thank you to all those returning viewers and subscribers that have been coming back to my channel. I really, really appreciate you. It means a lot to me. It means a whole lot to me. You wouldn't understand it. So I want to say thank you to my new subscribers and my new viewers out there. I want to say thank you. Welcome to this community. I hope that I'll be able to keep you entertained, keep you informed, keep you everything. So thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. I really, really do appreciate it. My regards and my love goes to you. Mwah. May God bless you. May Almighty God bless you all. May Almighty Allah protect you. To my Muslim fans, I love you all so well. So guys, we are done with this headband. As you can see, it is looking so beautiful, so yummy. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Mwah.